No, I missed it.
No, seriously, thank you all for coming.
Seriously, make it
I
back
know
up.
how much of a big effort it was to come all out here. It's amazing to see so many people all having such a good time and looking so good. Give me a hear, hear.
Yay!
I'm only George, I'm only joking. Welcome to the Hacienda San Jose. It's a lovely place and we're going to have a great time here in the next 48 hours.
Smash it up.
So please, drink up, be merry.
We will!
Easy, Wayne.
At least you shower, don't we, Wayne?
Like me and Mrs. G Forse. We are entirely grateful how you all came. And I know I'm just repeating myself. I would especially like to thank my auntie and uncle from Australia who came.
Australia.
Woo! Go down under.
Right, that's all the thanking out the way, isn't it? Right, now I need you all to fill up your glasses because this is where the toasts will happen. And right,
Yeah.
We're empty at the minute.
Not our table, horse. He's proofread his own stuff. You're not happy with your own cards, are you?
Doesn't make any sense.
Who wrote them, your brother?
I just printed them off the internet.
Insert name.
For everyone who hasn't made it, all the family and friends, I'd like you all to stand and raise your glasses.
Cheers.
Why would you? Okay.
To absent family and friends.
Yeah, absent family friends.
Cheers.
Yeah.
The boo-boo.
Boo, yeah, of course.
Boo-boo.
I get.
Sit down.
Playing a blinder.
Tough crowd.
Not for you, baby.
Right, now I'd like to thank, obviously, Liz and George for
Ghost.
letting me date their daughter, and secondly, paying for this wedding.
Woo!
She is amazing. The way she makes me feel, and
Ah.
how beautiful. I nearly that close to crying today, but obviously I work out, so obviously I don't.
That was Begsy's
Thank you,
downfall.
George. The life you've given us, setting us up, and everything you do for us is amazing. Thank you. So. And I promise you I will look after you every single day for the rest of my life. And love you. More and more.
He's a snake in the grass, isn't he? He's a snake in the grass. Come on, Begsy.
She went back when he said that.
Right, now on to my mum and dad.
Woo!
Thank you for producing me. I've had a great time. 29 years here. I've enjoyed it. So thank you, and I really, really hope I make you proud today.
Yeah, of course they do, horse.
I know, and thank you for thank you for supporting me in everything I've done in my life, even if it's
Dodgy.
I appreciate that. To the parents.
Parents.
Now I'd like to thank the Page Boys and the Flower Girl. How beautiful do they look?
Hey!
Oh, they're over there. It's all right. Yeah, they looked absolutely beautiful. I was very impressed with them all coming down the aisle. Even though I wasn't really looking at them, I had my eyes on George.
The elf or your wife? All right.
I'd also like to thank the ushers and the bridesmaids. Bridesmaids for looking beautiful.
Wow.
The ushers for not turning up too drunk.
Yeah.
I was expecting a lot worse. Thank you. Ladies, thank you for looking after George all morning. I've heard she said she had a fantastic time. And yeah, you all looked after her, and then yeah, thank you for looking after my wife this morning.
Why?
To the bridesmaids and the ushers. Don't worry, this horror show is nearly over.
Over there, oh, grand.
I'd also like to thank, I should have done this in relation, the people in the church who read. That was lovely. So, Kale, Rachel, Kale,
your sister?
Katie, my sister. Thank you. Right, next. Right. I know it's all our wedding today, and we are celebrating it big style. You know what I mean?
Ow! Wow!
It's alright, it's gaff, isn't it? But also, it is Gary's birthday today, so I'd like...
Hey, who the fucking goes?
I would like everyone to stand up and sing him happy birthday.
Hey, love a bit of sing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gary. Happy birthday to you. Hey, bala 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 bala, swing bala.
No, you can't sit down yet. You can't sit down yet, because now I'm getting to the most important person. What the reason we're all here is me. My lovely wife, Georgina.
Yeah.
Baby, I love you so much.
Stop it, will you?
You look so beautiful today.
And every other day, eh?
Nearly cried. Nearly. Maybe later you maybe cry.
We don't want to know!
I love you so much.
Candle wax.
And I look to spending the rest of our lives happily married together.
Here, 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 here.
Thank you and good night.
Yay! Be sure to tip your waitress.
There will be no encore.
That's my brother.
Real smooth. Right. Terry, Wagwan here. Terry, Wagwan. So, first off, I'm just going to kick off. Don't do any jokes. See if they're funny first. I'm just going to say that I'm really honoured to be the best man. Being the best man is, one of life's privileges.
It was default, don't worry about it.
So what I want to say, first of all, is just to say thank you to Georgina for asking me to be the best man. It was actually her that gave me the gig. And I do say she asked me, she didn't ask me, she texted Lil. She said, I'm engaged to Chrissy, we love it, can Freddie be a little page boy, we'd love that. And by the way, Dan's best man. Touch. My brother didn't mention it to me until 5 weeks after the engagement. Even then, he just said it in passing around my old man's house. He's like, bruv, you sorted out a step, dude, yet? And I was like, nah, bruv, that's the job of the best man. He's like, you're the best man. I was like, no, I ain't. He's like, yeah, you got the nod from George, didn't you? I was like, well, actually, I didn't get the nod from George. Text Lil, but that's another story. I said, yeah, all right, I'm the best man. He's like, all right, we'll get cracking, will you? Pull your finger out. I want a real decent stag do. The boys are expecting big things. Your speech better be funny. So, like I said, I'm honoured to be here.
Hey!
One of life's real privileges. So, first off, obviously we need to reflect on how beautiful Georgina does look today.
Yeah, here.
Truly, truly stunning. And sort of obviously just, I mean, this whole setup, I mean, I've explained the setup of this wedding to quite a few people I know. And everyone's always said, is your brother a footballer? I'm like, no.
Footballer.
Yeah, is he from Essex? No, he's from Hayes.
QPR.
I said, the boy has done well. But in true Chrissy fashion, he almost messed it all up on Tuesday, didn't you, buddy? So, for those of us that know the story, we can laugh at it again. For those that don't... So, on Tuesday, old Charlie Big Potatoes, a few beers round the pool, dives into the pool and just misses the side by maybe an inch. You know, and he gets out, I'm all right, I'm okay. Runs around, dives in again, and then smashes his nose at the bottom of the swimming pool. Comes up, covered in claret, Georgina in tears.
Covered in claret.
But the thing is,
To be fair, use nose.
Obviously, the fact, as soon as I heard it happened, I was like, brilliant! I can talk about that in the speech. And then we had a family meal on Tuesday night. The family's coming together for the first time. And you see Chrissy just walk in the door and a collective, oh, for fuck's sake. What is he doing now? You see him doing the rounds around all Georgina's family. They shake him with one hand and point at his face with the other. George, standing next to her, just shaking her head, going, oh, Jesus, he's a brat. All the way round. Brilliant. And then he's obviously now coined the new nickname, Sharky and George. The Crime Busters of Mijas.
Yeah.
And George. Everyone could just change their ringtone to that for my brother when they call. I'll be your right touch. So, he almost messed it up, but he got through. So, I'm going to tell you one story from when he was a kid. The only one you need to hear. Then I'll tell you a couple of stories about George has been, getting up to speed for today. So, the first story... I'm so sorry. My brother had a nickname when he was a kid, Chrissy Crusty Pants.
Enough said.
Chrissy Crusty Pants. There he's off. And I'll tell you why. Because the boy would fill his trunks. Mid-activity. Get what he's doing, posh. So what basically used to happen, the reason why it would happen is he'd be out playing in the street, Cobra Cav, Facetown Army. He'd be there, and he'd get so excited that he wouldn't want to go back in the house. So literally, I'm 10, he's 7, they'll be like, oh, Dan, your brother's done it again. So I stroll over, oh, for fuck's sake. Drag him in the house, Mum, sort him out. And then, another thing though, is that the actual name Chrissy Crusty Pants, my nan gave him that. She thought it would be a motivation for him to stop. But one day, this is straight up no banner, you can speak to Mum about this, my mum had to change him and put a pair of Shell's knickers on him. She said, Mum, why are you putting Shell's knickers on me? Because all of your pants are full up with crap, Chrissy. That actually happened. So if you lot could just call him Chrissy Crusty the whole time he's here, or Sharky if you don't want to be offensive, I don't mind. If either of those two stick, I'm in a winner. So, George, you've done wonders scrubbing this boy up. So, what I'm going to do now is just tell you the story from the day they met to when they celebrated their first anniversary, and just, more stories of my brother. Being a crap. So, they met almost 8 years ago on a Saturday night in a local establishment known as the Chav Bar. Anyone ever danced in Chav Bar before?
No, but I wanna.
Of course you have. Anyone back your hand up, not like yourself. I've seen you there. Chav Bar. Puts the force charm on. Obviously, George ain't made of wood. She ain't resisting that. Oh, by the way, if you want to know anything about the force charm, you spend 5 minutes with my Uncle Jeff. You'll know.
Have some Jeff.
There he is. Anyway, slides over, puts it on her. Obviously, they're tearing up the dance. Before the first kiss, George's ex-boyfriend clocks that Chrissy's making a move. So him and his boys wade in, trouble kicks off.
Are they here?
George and Chrissy get separated, and then she can't find him for the rest of the night. So George, they're still here. So George goes comes home, and this, again, you can speak to Liz, this is true, goes into her mum's arms, crying her eyes out. Oh, Mum, I met this lovely boy tonight.
She's a 90-year-old, is she?
Never call me again. And then, 2 a.m, the landline phones. Guess who it is? It's Chrissy. Who calls a landline at 2 a.m? and asks me to do? What a hero. What a hero.
Free BT. Free BT.
So anyway, he calls up. She agrees to a first date on the next day. It's a bit desperate, but hey. So anyway, old Rocky turns up to the first date with a fat lip, still gets a kiss.
Hey.
So they're off and running. So Chrissy gets wheeled out in front of the family. Takes him about 27 Sundays to get through you all. He goes round, he laughs at the jokes, he ups to the washing up. We've all been there. He gets the thumbs up, and then he makes a move that many of us think is bold, which is within the first year, is to move in with your new partner and their parents.
Have a day off, will
It gets worse. So what Chrissy does, he tells Liz and George that my mum is moving house. And she ain't, all right, Shell, we know you know. So anyway, George, my mum's moving house. And that there's no room for him and he's going to be homeless. So being the
Cheesy.
Irish family, they welcome him in. My mum's lived in the same house since Chrissy was 3 weeks old. She has got 2 spare bedrooms and a summer house with electricity. Charlatan! What is he like? The thing is, he's got George to go along with it. He's already corrupted her. Ridiculous. So, he's in. Feet under the table, toothbrush in the bathroom, favourite set on Skybox. He's there. So now it's the time to impress. Here comes the first anniversary. So, don't take your sunglasses off, Chrissy. It's still a terrible story. So, first anniversary, chance to impress the family. He goes home and George buys him a silver Lynx bangle. Show us the bangle, Chrissy. There it is. Hi everyone, all together or not at all. There we go, you're waking up. So, there's the silver bangle. Chrissy presents George with a brown paper bag with like a Star Mix Haribo in it.
I'm alright with that.
But because he's a hero, doesn't flinch. Just goes, yeah, there you go, love. Right, let's go out for a meal. So they go for a meal, Chinese, rice slip, standard. George doesn't speak to Chrissy the whole time in the car thinking, he must be joking, he can't be for real. Got to the restaurant and then they pulled up, turned the engine off, said to Chrissy, are you for real, is this it? And he went, yeah, this is it. Bursts into tears. Not even her favourite, she loves Stanfastic, can't stand Star Mix. True story, don't ever get a Star Mix, gets the needle. So anyway, bursts into tears, so Chrissy calms her down, says, look, we're going to the restaurant, you can have anything you want, love. So, George bowls into the Chinese, mascara stains down her face, orders a bottle of champagne. Woo! So there they are, in silence, eating chow mein, drinking champagne and rice cream, okay? Happy anniversary. So, the moral of that collective of stories is, if you ever meet a boy that shit himself till he was 10, that gets beaten up by your ex-boyfriend on your first time you meet, turns up on his first date with a fat lip, lies to your parents, then buys a terrible anniversary, don't give up. He can still be the one. Right, son. Well, this is my moment.
Daddy, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when eyes are bright. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
That was planned, wasn't it? That was planned. That was planned.
No one's going to remember a bloody word I said now. No, wait, that for me anyway. So in closing, so the reflection, like on this wedding, this whole everyone coming together, it's actually, in my opinion, it's quite humbling to see how many mountains have been moved to have us all come together like this, and it really does sort of like highlight life is about friends and family and just making the time to be together.
Hear, hear.
So,
Hear.
with that said, let's raise a glass and we're going to cheers to Sharky and George.
Sharky and George.
Cheers, Brian Buster.
Cheers.
You heard the song. Right, okay, guys, so that's us. It's now time to have a bit of grub and then tear up the dance.
Tear up the dance, yay!
Yes.
Well,